We have seen the protests in the streets over federal job cuts. Fired workers have shared their fears about paying their bills. And now, Maryland's top financial officers are saying the state is beginning to feel the pain as well, as they anticipate even more federal worker cuts and cuts to grants and federal support.
The Trump administration is delivering an unnecessary negative shock to our economy.
That is State Comptroller Brooke Learman speaking after Maryland's Bureau of Revenue Estimates revealed an expectation that the state will collect $280 million less in taxes and fees than had been expected over the next 2 fiscal years.
From sort of the reckless nature of the cuts that are happening by the Trump administration through Elon Musk's work.
The reduced revenue adds to what was already a $3 billion deficit, and Republicans in the State House counter that deficit existed before the November election.
So we can't blame President Trump for that. That is our own out-of-control spending policies here in Annapolis that have gotten us to this point.
Regardless of the reasons, the governor and the legislature are required to balance the budget, and that job has gotten harder. As we have reported, Governor Wes Moore has proposed budget cuts and changes to the income tax code aimed at collecting more from higher-income Marylanders. Legislative leaders have proposed a 2.5% sales tax on a long list of business-to-business services.
I think all options have to be on the table right now to make sure we protect public education, health care, and the vital services for Marylanders. Because here's what we know. Donald Trump is not going to protect those services.
Now, sources are telling me that these new numbers mean cuts that many in the Democrat-controlled legislature have been reluctant to agree to. It also means that tax increases are increasingly likely. So in the weeks ahead, the leadership of the House and the Senate and the governor will be working out their differences to try to hammer out that balanced budget that is required by law. In Annapolis, Brad Bell, 7 News.